Hello everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Now, as you can see, we moved on to the next morning just to try and get... We still have all the jobs we did last time. The biggest importance is we need to start when we get into the harvesting because we still got 3, 4 and 5 to do. We also have 8 to cut and then all the... Kind of ignore. In fact, if I turn seed off for now, just make it a little easier for you guys to see. That's the grass I don't need to be worried about. And that. So, at the end of the last episode, I got all the tractors finished and got them all brought back here, so we could sort them all out this morning because, quite frankly, I think we're all going to be very busy. I mean, very busy. So, first of all, jump into our new guy here, our beautiful big Fendt 942. Absolute beast of a machine. Yeah, the bike has planned no materials. Right, we'll just turn that off because that just means he's run out of stuff to deal with, which is alright for now. We have more straw waiting for him. It's just still on the ground. I'm going to quickly top this guy up with diesel. Because this guy's job, he's going to go straight down and rip 88. Because we collected the straw off there, get that ripped, get oilseed. We can still plant oilseed. We've got 2 more months which we can plant oilseed. Where he's going now. The rope maker, I'm just going to have to take him some stuff later on now. And I put it over there. Now I'm going to do the sorghum harvest today. I'm going to do it quickly. We've got the harvest over here. Obviously there'll be no straw off the sorghum. And then once we've done that, we'll probably might even get the grass mowed today. We'll see how it goes. I'm planning to start the... If you look at the root crops, we've got 2 months on them all. So I've got a plan for that. Because I'm thinking, and this is where you're probably going to think I'm probably a bit nuts, because let's be honest, I am. I'm thinking of whether to actually buy the Colossus. We financed it. We're doing another finance deal now. I'd have to work out the cost and how much it would be. I just think it'd be an interesting thing because we're going to be doing a lot with it. And the thing is, we can use it for other things. You know, it can be used for like potatoes. Now, I'm also debating with myself. I'm thinking about next year's planting already. Because that's how I like to do things. And what I'm honestly thinking is, field 77, which has been that big parsnip field, I don't know whether to stick cotton on it. Now, cotton's not something I would normally entertain, as you know, but my thought process is, when you stick cotton on that field, when it comes to harvest, we just stick it all straight in the rope maker, and hopefully that, a big field, because it is a big field, cotton. Because, you know, we now own a few more bits and pieces. I mean, the bakery will move some flour to in a little bit. That's going to be nice and easy. Basically, I'm deciding I'm going to try and get as much of the flour into bread as I can, just because of the increasing value. As this guy goes into here. And you get ripping that. Now I'm going to need you in a minute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab you next. Alright, so that's what I say, where's the flatbed Arctic? It's over there. Because for doing the sorghum here, I will just use a regular tractor. What I'm going to quickly do is nip over to the grain mill, pick up anything that's there. And then take it to the bakery. I'll get these little jobs done, then the big main... Hang on, the rain. When's that rain coming in? I never saw that. Right, that changes the plan. 11 o'clock rain. We try and get this field harvested now. Park you back up. The other tractor I come to first is the one we're going to use. This boy. And we're going to use, well, after this harvest, after this trailer, because the other one's a bit too big. If I need to, I can always get the other. Do we not still have? Yes, I must have sold the other one. Yeah, because I think I digged about the Arctic now instead. Right, so I'm going to set this guy up as like an auto. Grain mill unload point, yeah, that's going to be correct. Productions. By the way, you guys will probably see as we get on with this, I've managed to fix the signs accidentally. I had to delete the XML for them all in the end, was the only way I could do, which was annoying, but how it goes. 20 minutes on that, okay? I'm going to put this down to field 5. Like I said, my plan is to do this myself, just because it's going to be a nice easy job, especially with this big harvester, even with the slightly lower top speed than ideal. And obviously we're going to have the baling over there to do. What I should do is actual steering assist I want. That'll do. Right, let's clear some of this screen crap off for you guys. And that go up there. It would be very wet. Unless I put this down here, because obviously the cosplay only goes over there. So if we want to get a bit closer at the start. Ah, there we go. So sadly, you guys know the 6 mile an hour is what this thing can manage. At least there's no straw here, so it's just going to be a case of harvest and get rid of. But folks, please just sit back and enjoy. Well folks, this is getting on fantastically, I must say. We're getting a really good yield off here. And at least once the other guy, once the fence done ripping the other field, they can come here while we bale the straw. Yeah, we're getting on well on with that, so I mean, I'm not even just getting the headland out before it needed unloaded. Yeah, 6% already, so we're going to be full on this next line. And that'll be that trailer full, so then he'll have to go and unload while we... I hope we can finish the field, because like I say, if it starts raining and we're still in the field, that's not a big deal. If it rains while we're harvesting, that is a problem. What I'm going to have a quick look at now is the used vehicle section seems to be popping off. I mean, that's nothing really of use to us, especially if we seem to have a glitch where we're not using... That, however, is interesting. That is very interesting. That's also interesting considering what I know is coming, but I kind of wanted to... I had a plan which involved me not using these. I suppose I could use them because I'm probably going to need... It's basically going to be for like the root vegetables. You know, in the past I've just used those style of trailers. Well, like I say, my thought process is that I'm going to actually possibly finance the root crop harvester. And my logic being that... Let's have a quick look. I just want to... And this, bear in mind, this is a really rough sort of thing because I'd have to go through options and that. In 2 years, 10%, 16,000 a month. So if you compare that, so that's going to cost me 10%. You compare that to just taking out a loan. He's at 4%. Wow, the interest rates around here are shocking right now. We're nearly full again. Let's get him coming. There must be a modding player that's making it dead stuff like that, 'cause it shouldn't normally. And I'm not arguing, because I am stupid enough to not realise and accidentally run over crops. So it's doing me a favour, but still, it's a bit cheaty, I know. Yeah, even at 4%, I mean, if we were to borrow that food, it was 253,000, wasn't it? Let's just quickly, while he's doing that, I want some fancy colours on that. What I want is, I want something like that and rather of space. 18,000 a month to lease. Finance at 16,000 a month. That's, I say 353,000 if I was just to take a loan for that. Take it over the 2 years. It was like 1,000 less. Take it over like 5 years. See that it drops a lot. So he's left me full and he's now going off to unload at the Grimmer. Let's hope he's fairly quick because I think I'm going to have this thing full again fast. I may have to chuck the other trailer on the back of the Steyr just to get it going. Yeah, my plan with the root course was I was going to try and do something a bit different between the big kipper trailer we have and the Arctic. We have like 100,000 litre capacity. I was actually not going to bother renting one of those big cheesy trailers. Instead, just rely on our 2 guys. Just hopefully be able to balance this and run in between. It may not work, it depends. Especially that field 77, I imagine we're going to get a lot of stuff. Oh, why? The fact he's going down there fills me with no confidence. I'm going to need to get the other tractor out, aren't I? Unless I just took the west trailer on him, because I could do that, I suppose I'll push. We might just get all this field in this trailer. We might just get done before the rain comes in. We're only get 7. Because he's not letting up on us. He's really wanting to get involved with this harvest season. Is a weather forecast. Believe me, it's rather irritating. Look at that, our bread's already worth 150 grand. Our flour's worth 140 for twice the amount. That's what I say. See, the best price I can ever hope for with that is 2.5. That is nearly 6. He's decided to go somewhere stupid and got himself stuck, hasn't he? Bear with me 1 second, folks. He's going to come back across me. Meanwhile, I'm going to get to full while he's pissing about that, so I'm actually going to have to. Think. Obviously, this guy's not going to get a lot into it, but when it comes back, this guy, I think we're going to get the seed up on his back and everyone else seed radish 88 for us. Oh, that's the last line for him. With the perfect time. Man, that trailer looks so oversized for that tractor. I say it was bought for the fence, but obviously he's doing another job where its extra horsepower is a real advantage. Come on, pal, hurry up, I'm going to be full any second. Here we are really racing the weather here. Finish work, right, okay. Go to field 3. Now, because I've jumped out, he will have stopped, because the game does that, because I fucking hate the game when he does that. I said, this in theory should, because this holds a lot more, this holds 40,000 litres, this big one, I think it's 21 for the other one. So hopefully this gives us a lot more. I'm going to decide what to do with the weeks. Like I said, I'm going to give probably a good chunk of that wheat chickens. I might hold some back. I'm trying to monitor like how quickly they eat through it. They've completely run out. They have completely freaking run out. I did not know that. How's that happened? I'm sure they had loads last time. Shit, right, well there's an important job we need to do. So it'll be a good one for the Arctic. Actually put the tipper back on it. Thank God you're moving. I thought you were about to become a real pain in my side. You will at least be parked right on the line I'm going to need. As after doing this day, he'll. In fact, he might be on the other trip. In fact, now see if I can be back first. Let me check if they got. Once he's got sorghum. They're going to be on there, but at least then I'll know when he starts unloading, so I'll see. Disappear off my screen. There we go, so he's now got the sorghum. Awesome, so yes, it's going to be a case of get this field ripping, sort the wheat out, sort the chicken's wheat out, and then go and hay bale field 2 down there. And that fence does look weird with that massive frame on the back. Like a wheelie bar in travel position. Right, so that in theory, barring any contracts, is... I'm not going to lie, that's tempting. I mean, if we were to lease... They're giving us 2 big tracks. I could probably automate pretty much always giving us 2 vegetable harvesters. I don't need... Thinking if I could do that, shove my Arctic on it... How much was that? 21 grand. Right, so you're done. And I want you to go over to the grain mill. I'm going to put you on the road first, I think. I don't want you doing the silly tricks you were doing before. Just saying you can start, literally start doing this. Oh wow! Did we time that to perfection, folks, or did we nail that one? I mean, honest to gravy, that rain's coming at just the perfect moment. You can start doing that. It looks like the Deutsch has won the job of doing the planting now, which is fair enough. And well, I've got to wait for the Steyr to come back and use it for... It's probably good actually, because the Steyr's got a little bit more horsepower, it's good for that. Ooh, drifting. Drifting combine, not what I expected to hear say today. So we get this put away. Luckily where he's parking, the Ripper's already passed, which is a massive help. Yeah, the bad weather this afternoon, but I'm still so tempted by that contract. we were to rent the big harvester. And just get him set off on it. It's you I want. I said, what you're going to do is you're going to get on board the yellow plant, which I think is back in its proper shed. I hope it is anyway. I'll take you over to the field you're going to be working on. Obviously, we need to roll that field as well. That's and this is without liming, folks. We're not even doing like the full-on field care right now, which we probably should be. I have to remember something. Yes, there's going to be more cows to move. And it never rains but it pours, eh? Pun intended. If we don't mind, I might just send this guy down on auto drive, then at least we can... I need to feed those chickens, that's got to be my number one priority. I can't see. Yes, I did. Still loaded with radish, good. No fertilizer, good. He's on his way back, which is even better. I say you need you back on the other one. Sorry. I know we only just unhooked you, but that's the way it is sometimes. Unfortunately, that productions manager, while it monitors productions, doesn't monitor animal pens. So I need to go and get you guys some of the wheat. Yeah, I had to read it. Basically, the way I cleared those signs, I actually had to delete all the signs on the map. So I had to redo that one. There's also one on the bale storage, as you know. I'm pretty sure there's like 60,000 litre capacity, so it's going to be a good amount. I'm going to put all 94,000 into there for now, because now I know they're that low. Well, I think I might need to do you guys a couple of top-ups as well, looking at that. Cow pasture, you're still good. Sheep are great. The chickens are in trouble. Let's see how much. I don't know how big the capacity is. You put it on that last screen and I just didn't take it in. I remember like the default level of this one's like 9,000 litres, it's a really low capacity. I'm hoping this one should be a little better. Yeah, like the American trucks have such difficulty dealing with sometimes. And you have to turn just where you want them. I still feel like it's too far, but I think I can probably make it back. I don't know whether this will absolutely fill it or not. I'm kind of hoping it will. It wouldn't be a bad thing if I could. It's looking unlikely. Actually, why didn't like walking floor mode really? Well, this is about half, so once you've got 100,000 litre capacity. And the CCV's over there, that's fantastic. Once we've done this one, I'll swap trailers over, we'll go and get any flour from the mill. Then we'll pick that up. When we drop that off at the bakery, we'll pick up any bread that's waiting there, because it should be, I think, quite a lot. And that 7,000 litres probably on top of what else is sat outside, so you're going to be talking quite a lot. This is all the wheat we managed to harvest last year. And it's all going straight into the chickens, which is okay because they produce us lots of great eggs. Makes us a lot of money, but I meant to check to see if I could put a sign on this building on the pallet storage. No, it would actually work or not. Signs seem a little bit more finicky than they were in previous games. I reckon it's about 100,000 litre capacity this place, and I'd say the way that's filling up looks about in line with that. How long that 100 litres is going to last, I mean, we'll have to keep an eye on that. figure it out, but as the last of this goes in, she feels pretty close to full. Oh, the productivity is already starting to rise, which is fantastic. And then, so then we just get this guy off on his course. Come on, get it right. Well, I'll do. If you drift the entire field after that, I will be impressed. You're done, so like I say, so the first job is going to be me and you're going to do some bailing, am I? I'm just going to leave the truck where it is for now, because he's not going to block anything. Oh, the road maker's literally just ran out. In that case then, shall I... Why has he come back with sorghum? The grain mill cannot have been full of sorghum. Okay, the AI is dirt there for some reason, so I'm going to go and fix this, and then we're going to win everything else. So I apologise folks, but you guys can just sit back and just enjoy the view. And hopefully the rain eases up pretty soon. So we didn't get a ridiculous amount of bales out of that field, folks, but I think 12 is a pretty good amount. Oh, and I also appreciate I spent a bit of time running around in a funny order. I do love how the tyres do actually delete the weeds, you can sort of almost see the route you took. Yeah, we'll get these bales picked up and then we can get the big fence over into this field. Now we've been continuing to do his task of ripping them all, whether we get to... Possibly won't get to rip all... Well, we'll get to rip them all, but we not get to put oil seed in all the root vegetable fields, because I think we'll run out of time on that one. And last couple just to pick up. Like that. I'm going to put these straight into the biogas plant, and that way we can just turn that production back on. Do that now, because it'll just annoy me till it... And then as for next, like I say, the flour in the bakery is probably my main priority, is get as much flour in there as possible. Just see if I can fill that. And then once I've been to there, get the bread into our little storeroom. Obviously there's eggs to be sold, there's wool to go to the road maker. Although I realise the game's trying to tempt me so badly there. Well, to be fair, I don't think it's much better than the one we've got. Don't get me wrong, there is the better. There's the bigger car, which I actually thought we were buying at the time, but there you go. Now I'm going to get caught by you, and so at least while you're waiting. How are you getting on? Wow, it's taking a little bit of time to do that field. Okay then. This is definitely going to be a 2 episodes in one day kind of area. We've got so many little jobs that need to be done. Yeah, really? Okay, we're on that fast, are you? Sorry, car. You could have gone around. You're normally good at overtaking when he's not going to do you any favours. I say drop these off in the case of grabbing the flatbed in the Arctic, because I'm pretty sure there'll be more flour at the flour mill than the now regular flatbeds can take. I get as many as possible in bigger point. Come on, grab hold of them. You want to, that'll do. I think I had to sign on here as well, didn't I? Looks like I can put them on the ones I can't put them on productions I only rent. Come on, let's just take it. Thank you. Right, so that's like 100,000 leaves we put in there, that's alright. That's a tree, that's not alright. I'm gonna leave. Do I need this tractor to do any other jobs? Is there a job this tractor can do? I mean, I suppose I could get him oil seeding using the old seeder. I'm gonna pull up the trailer there just because I don't want to deal with it too much at the moment. Oh, I know. Stick the little flatbed on him, load him up with wool and send him down to the road maker. We'll get rid of that last memo. That's actually a pretty banging idea. Production, so I'm doing it. And then like I said, I'll use the flatbed to the little one, or do I just go the big purple one just to be safe? Purple one, because there might be more there than the little one can take. And then if there's any rope there, then that can obviously go to the playground on the way back. I did clear out the sawmill before I started recording this episode. I pointed to that again because I've no doubt that'll be pretty full again. I just really forgot to turn the cruise control back up, didn't I? That's why we're plodding along so slow, because the cruise was set with the baler. I forgot I left that there. I knew that'd come back to get me eventually. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I should have moved it at the time. Quite a lot of eggs there. I might just move those into the cold store before we over to the wall. As like I said, I'm going to swap trailers with this thing in a second. And I'll just park you there. Let's take the little one. Where's the little one at such an angle? I'm going to quickly put these eggs into our cold store. But it looks like it would be full, so put this, yeah, full only. Well, we grabbed one of them. Really useful, that. Really freaking useful. When it comes to the road maker, I'm not going to go full only on that. I'll literally let them take anything they want. Because then we'll know they've got. Wow, those are not ghost trees, it's actually still there. I wonder why it does this at times. Just like somebody decided it just doesn't like a particular palette. Just irritating as hell. You don't want to do this. Make sure that you got everything on that you want on. These things are a bit easier to reverse in than the. That's them gone. I might just actually try sticking a sign on the side of there and seeing if it works, just because it would be nice to have. I know you can walk inside here and look, but I just really like those signs, what can I say? What have we got here? We've got 4 full ones and a half one. Well, I can take the loading filter off. Yes, you are. It'll go on top. I just picked up at the right time. Put that there. Should be fine. And get yourself over to the road maker. Like I said, this guy, we've got flour and bread to move, and that's going to probably be about it for this episode. You know, we're going to have, like I say, we're going to definitely continue today. Our next episode, like I said, the beet harvest is definitely going to begin. Whether I take that contract or not, I'm still having that debate myself. If I end up renting the machine, then I feel that I probably should take the contract as well. Oh, look, we made 10 grand already. That's just from the, that'll be from the biogas plant selling. You see, that actually increases the chances that we'll be able to afford that rusty trailer and like, a month's finance. Or do I just loan it? The thing is, I don't loan it, it's so much cheaper. I can loan it over 4 or 5 years, which probably puts us to the end of this series, I think. Depending on how far we decide to push this, but it's not difficult to know I'm doing enough root bed, root plants. And like I said, the thing is, I've said before, sugar beets, potatoes, green beans and spinach. Now spinach I'm really interested in doing to get that double harvest. Green beans, the stuff that we can use in our productions. I'm tempted by them. Well, I guess plants running low on materials again. I pulled in the wrong entrance here. Like I said, this guy, this area's not actually full yet. Please still pick those up despite me having crashed into them, thank you. So at this point I'm not going to take the ones out of the storage yet, just because I don't know if that would be getting close to overloading the production. I'm probably scraping this on the train tracks right now. Yes, I am. What's going on? This has got nearly 2 hours on it. Well, really. I really kind of wish I'd bought this sooner. I think it would have made a great addition to the farm a lot sooner than it did, but getting this and the flatbed together was certainly a good call. I was hoping I could see the AI on there that's doing the road maker, but sadly it's not showing me on that map. I really would love to know what they've done to the mini-map that makes you do that from time to time. You seem to randomise what it actually shows you. It's so bloody irritating when you just want to see how an AI you've sent off is doing. But like I said, the 2 signs that we'd accidentally placed in the middle of this yard, as you can see, completely gone. Nice, that's a bit more into there, should make that last a little bit longer. I need to wait because there's another, well, 8,000, which is another full. Like that. I say 16,000, if that's worth, if I get like it says and I get like 6,000 per pallet, it's like 100 grand right there. This is the thing, this is almost why that loan system annoys me. Because if the loan system would allow me to pay off a loan early, I would be so happy to take one because I know that we will make back what that machine costs us. Easily. So it's just a case of offsetting it for a couple of months. I'd actually just do a couple of months of rental and then just purchase one and just take the hit on a couple of months of fees. I'm hoping this lot's actually going to be quite fitting into there. It is by the looks of it. I say last time, those trays are actually incredibly close to the red trays I used to deal with in the previous job. So there's now 27 red pallets in there. That's a pretty nuts amount to have. So I said that you'd... Yeah. Okay, I still didn't get it up to 4. No, it did. It just took it a second to figure it out. See what we can do to sort of look. Oh, who's finished? You. Oh man, that's pretty awesome actually. You see, that's all the fields that can be ripped so far ripped, which is fantastic. And do I now go for the biggest overkill on the planet and get this guy using the old seeder to oil seed on one of these fields? I'm still a little worried that by the time he finally finishes that one, there's not going to be not enough time in the day to do anymore. I'd need to unbury it as well, which would be a problem. Leave you there for a second. What I wanted to quickly do there, I'm going to go have a look at the playground maker. If you're there, sorry. I might just see if there's anything else he can take. I can take this rope over, and this rope will sell for... I'm thinking like wood beams there. If I can take a few pallets of wood beams back to the playground maker, and that'll just give us a bit of a bonus. Yeah, hopefully enough. Now the biogas plant has now run dry again, so just turn him off. All that digestate we're going to be able to use as well. Maybe I'm selling some of that. The dairies are all good. Sawmill I know is good. But it's knowing what it needs the most of though, that's the thing. I think wood beams, that's going to be the lowest number. Shit in hell, I was right, look how many's in there. So if I take the rope off first, I think the wood beams, it might actually be slightly wider than the trailer, but I'm not overly worried about that. Well, you have the frame rate becomes an issue around here, and it's because of all those sodding wood chips. Hey, the day I come along and actually load those, we're going to load those onto the flatbed. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those situations where it might even cause the auto load some issues because there's going to be that freaking many of them. Let's get this guy loaded up. I don't think I'll get another on the back, but what I can do is this one on top. On that one. As you can see, I've not sped the sawmill up at all. This is its natural pace. One of the few productions I don't think I need to speed up. Okay, I actually don't. If this was FS22, then that being on each side would cause a major headache, but I don't think 25s is finicky about that kind of thing. Oh, this trailer's not going to like all this weight though. Yeah, really careful drive down to the playground maker. But yeah, if this does it right, then this will finish us with enough. I can do it now. I will rent the machine. I'll put massive capacity in it, and we will go and do that 20 grand contract. If we do that, that contract will actually offset. I may have to do a bit of a time slowdown, but that contract should then actually offset us. This is the day's rental fee. Or any others. You see, stuff like that I could do with that house. I'd need to rent a separate header. Oh, go on, you got it. The other one's like the 13 grand. I mean, I can always do the rent equipment, but just use his 2 tractors. Not use his 2 tractors, use my harvester. And have them auto drive running around. I think that actually sounds like something really interesting to try and set up. You know, I'm going to do a time slowdown here because we're going to want some more time this afternoon. Which is going to be in the next episode, I have to say. But if I bother these items, I'd say I just won't use the vegetable harvesters. I will literally rent the Colossus. Because I am planning, probably at the end of this year, hopefully, if things go as planned, I hopefully will buy one. This bakery is quickly becoming a major part of that plan. The truth is, if we get the Colossus onto it with like 10-meter working width and everything, then we should have absolutely no problem just eating through the field. Hopefully if he takes all of these. I know ropes are the main thing he's waiting on, but we're working on that as best we can. Oh yeah, and like over 100k, so that makes me think if I literally got a trailer load, I could probably make enough. I could probably make enough to buy the harvester. So you know what? I'm going to push myself down this road, even if I decide later on I don't want to, because that's going there. So we've now got the contract going, as you can see. And then next time, folks, I am going to try and see if I can quickly do. I mean, what's like stuff worth at the moment? What's like our prefab walls? Well, the prefab walls are worth like 120 grand. The planks, planks, 95 and 98. Yeah, there will be enough money there that I might buy. Just have to get clever, which is something you know I struggle with. But we're gonna do something I don't overly like doing, which is really slow time down. So next episode is going to be one of a lot of work. But if I do this right, make us a lot of money and get us a lot of good equipment that's going to be useful for a long time. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out the rest of the channels. A lot of great stuff on here. A lot going on. And just leave us a like, subscribe, share. We appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.